I'm going to talk kind of loud because, of course, it is lawn mowing day in the neighborhood. So, lawnmowers going on left and right, but that's not going to keep me from doing a video. So today's video is not only going to be choosing the winners of the gift card and the 2 buttermilk basin giveaways, but also to acknowledge this wall. I also wanted to say that you need to go to Buttermilk Basin because she has a new summer project posting up, and it looks adorable. So be sure you go to that site. And thank you to Zale for the 2 patterns to give away on Buttermilk Basin. So what is it about this wall? Well, I am going to pull every single thing off of this rack. And what this rack is projects that need to either be quilted or finished in some way. I keep hanging them on there thinking that I'm going to do them someday, and I have not touched this rack in ages. Now, this rack I bought, well, let me just say, a gal I used to quilt with several years ago, her husband was like a carpenter contractor, and he built this for her, and I asked him, can you build me one too? And I bought it from him after he built it, and I absolutely love it because it's where you can't even see what it looks like, but you'll see what it looks like once we get, because I'm pulling every single thing off of this rack to acknowledge it. I want to acknowledge these projects. They are buried under layers, and I need to finish them. So this rack was mainly, you could either display finished quilts on it or tops that need to be quilted, and it is right next to the Sweet 16, so yes, you would think that would make something happen, but no. So, and it's so bad in here. It is so bad in here that I now have a pile of tops that need to be quilted that can't even fit on this rack anymore. So today is my day of being real and acknowledge where I might improve on my stitching life, and let's get to it. So first, I wanted to show you, I put a binding, I sewed a binding onto this quilt that's going to a dear person, and I need to tack it down. Of course, I need to tack it down this week, and I am drowning in binding. Can I just say that? I am drowning in binding. But this is an old pattern, and I can't even tell you where all of these came from, because some of them are so old I can't remember. But I do know this was in some magazine, and I bought the, you're not going to even be able to see the whole thing. I bought the kit, or I bought the fabric kit from a quilt shop. It must have been in a quilt sampler magazine or something like that. And so it's just all these. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? And it's all machined. It's, you know, like the little circles, it's curved piecing, and the little circles are just stitched down on top. And then the back is a, you know, grunge dots. So I have to this week finish the binding on this sucker. Okay, we're going to make a pile of mess here. Let's just start pulling them off. Here's my little frog. I'll take him off so he doesn't get injured. So this is a buttermilk basin free block of the month that she did a few years ago. And all I have left to do is, I have quilted it as much as I want to quilt it. Yeah, it's all quilted. I am hand quilting the border. So see, that's where I am slowly stumped. But this is an adorable. So I have to finish hand quilting the border and then binding this. And I don't know, you might still be able to get this on Buttermilk Basin's site, but it is, it was a free block of the month she does. And she's so generous. I mean, she does these great designs, and all you have to do is download them by a certain date. You can buy a kit if you want. Okay, so this, oh well, let's just go down from the bottom. Oh, this is another buttermilk basin. It's a big pillow. And I finished stitching the top. It's one of those big bench or couch pillows. And I finished doing all the wool stitching. And now I just have to quilt it and make it into a pillow. Yeah, that's all I have left to do. I mean, you would think I'd get it done. You can tell I like Buttermilk Basin. This is a class I taught at Quilters Affair. Look at how adorable that is. All the stitching's done. I just have to do something with it. And I haven't decided whether I want to put it into a quilt like I did a previous one or what. But isn't that adorable? And there's the three sisters. Oh, yes. Okay. So, yeah. Oh my gosh. And here was another this is an older Buttermilk Basin embroidery kit. And see, each of the, I've done all the embroidery and all of the piecing. I just need to quilt it. Isn't that cute? Yeah, I just need to quilt it. I need elves. I need elves to help me. This is a project I bought up in Poulsbo, Washington on a quilt roadie trip. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? And it was a laser cut. The whale is laser cut, and then you attach it to your background. And it wasn't a kit. I just bought the laser cut portion of the whale in the water, and then I chose fabric out of my stash, and I just have to quilt it. I just have to quilt it. I hope you guys have a drink. I have a drink because this is going to take a while. Okay. This is a project that Robin did and gave to me to do something with, and I have to do something with it. Isn't it adorable? You could either make a giant pillow, it's so cute, so nice and bright. I need to do some. I actually have a pillow form that will fit on, or it could be a wall hanging. I threw together, I saw this really cute panel a few years ago, and I bought it and I threw it together into a table runner. So I put them upside down towards the center so that when it lays on the table, both sides of the table can have something cute to, just needs to be quilted. I'm telling you, just needs to be quilted. That's a mantra for today. But now, see, some of these were buried under so many layers that this is a bed runner, a Christmas bed runner. Just needs to be quilted. Isn't that cool? It's just a bunch of different blocks, and it could either be a giant table runner, if you had a giant table, or a bed runner, a Christmas bed runner. Okay, I am starting to feel like I need to get my quilting bug back. Okay. You know, us girlfriends share a lot, and Robin made this quilt. Whoa. Robin made this quilt and was so over it. She didn't want it anymore, and I told her I'd take it. And so this one, it's quilted. I quilted it. No, I think a long arm quilted it for me. Hal, my guy around the corner from me, quilted this. And it has it's kind of the color scheme. I'm going to forget her name. Oh gosh, it's a brain fart moment. You'll know, you probably are all screaming it to me. You know, she did the cats and the dogs and the bright. And I have to put a binding on it. Oh, it's so too big to hold up. But, so you can tell that why I'm drowning in binding. I should put this in the binding pile. Ugh. Okay, let's see what this is. This is, I think that's just a little scrap of something. Oh my gosh, there's all kinds of weird things under here. Oh. Okay, so this one is partly, I have to look at it. Do you see me? You get to look at the top of my head. This is a quilt that I made at Quilters Affair in a class with Jackie Erickson, who is one of the teachers, local teachers at the Quilters Affair. And it was such a fun class. It was just like wonky log cabins with scraps. And so I made it into a quilt. And see, I have to try to figure out what I did. It looks like the background is all quilted, but I still have to quilt the log cabins and then do the binding. Oh, binding, 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 binding. So you see, there we go. There's that one. Okay. This is a strip quilt. You know, when they used to, there was something on the internet for a while, jelly roll races or something like that. And so I made one of those, and it looks like, yep, it looks like I started to quilt it and I haven't finished quilting it. See, there it is, it started to quilt, but I haven't finished quilting it. So now I have to finish quilting this, and then it needs a binding. Poof, baby. Okay. Let's see, what is here? I'm dating myself now, you know. Some of this stuff I can't even remember. Wow. I can't even remember anything about this quilt. Isn't that interesting? It's pretty though. It looks like a turning 20 pattern. Maybe Cakers gave me this top. It's kind of funny because sometimes one of my quilt groups, sometimes we just kind of, you know. We get tired of something we're working on, we just pass the whole thing on to somebody else. And then this is like a table topper. I made this one. I love the squares. Somehow I'm thinking I don't know, I might be a liar, pants on fire, but somehow I think this was a class I took with Ann Richardson, who used to teach at the Stitching Post here in Sisters. But I liked bright fabrics, and so, yeah, just needs quilting. Now this one is a table runner, and I'm thinking, don't hold me to it, but I'm thinking this was a reject from my friend Lori. I'm thinking. So it needs to be quilted and finished. You should see the pile in here. Oh my gosh. You see how this rack is? You can lift out these bars, you know, and I have some fun things hanging on those bars. Okay. Oh, okay. Look at this. I love this. It's all quilted. It just needs a binding. I love this. I love this one. I need to, and I did some little wool, fancy wool stitching on it, and it needs a binding. Oh. And then this one, I even have the backing here for this one. Look at this backing. This is dating. This fabric has got to be from when. Let's see what it says. Let's see what it says, if it has a year. It's called Pablo's Paisleys by Hoffman, screen print. Does it have a year? No, it doesn't have a year. Too bad. They now put years on them, but this is an old one. But I took this fabric and I made, let's see, it just needs to be quilted. It's a table topper. Yeah. Okay. Let's see, what's this one? Oh, this. I just took a pack of, like a 5-inch square pack, you know, and all of one fabric line, and I made this, kind of like a little table topper. Needs to be quilted. Now this one I put together myself with a whole bunch of Halloween fabrics that I had. It's already quilted. It just needs a binding. Isn't that cute? Yeah, it just needs a binding. And the last one that fit on this chart, on this rack, I should say, chart, is this table topper that I made with it had a specialty ruler that you used to cut these squares for Halloween. Isn't that cute? I think I need to do some serious quilting and binding, but I can't stop creating. Crazy, isn't it? So now you can see the rack, it's empty, and it has a shelf up at the top. I'll just move this a little bit, and you can see it has, I mean, you could find somebody that could build that for you. It's one of my favorite items in the beehive because it's decorative, but obviously I can ignore it because look at all of that stuff, and that's not even the stuff in the bag in the pile that couldn't even fit on that shelf anymore. But yeah, I think there has to be some real adjustments to the beehive and what I'm doing here. But, you know, for now, that's what we got. That's the life. Yeah. Even if I this would be a small fortune if I sent it out to a long arm quilter. When I have a Sweet 16, I just don't have the time. And I get so distracted. Am I whining here? Yes. Okay, you're over it. Let's see who the winners are for all of the cool stuff. So let's see. Let's see, where's my phone? Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm going to get me some glasses so I can see. Got my blue glasses here. And we are going to go to Quilt Roadies, and let's see how many people. Let's see. Okay, let's see here. How many? Oh wow, we have over 1,000 comments. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Okay, we have 1,044 comments. Okay, so in the random picker, I remember, oh, I have to actually enter the URL. There's a whole process to this, so you don't make a mistake or cheat somebody out of it. I'm going to put that in there. And the specific text we said was going to be post for the gift card. Oh, has to sift through all of those comments. How exciting is this? I know, it's like, what's happening? Sometimes I have very slow Wi-Fi up here. And so we have texture, get the YouTube comments. Oh my gosh. Okay, it looks like 839 put the correct text in their comment for the Stitching Post gift card giveaway. And now it's going crazy. It's going crazy. The winner is Now, remember, I'm telling you, if I don't hear from you in a week, and you can just, send me an email, it's up in the description box, or send me a comment. If I don't hear from you in a week, I swear I think I'm going to use that gift card. But the winner of the $50 Stitching Post gift card is Joanne Conroy, who said, I would love, love, love to shop at the Stitching Post. Can't wait to visit Sisters in the Outdoor Show when we are all able to gather again. Oh, Joanne, you and me both. Okay, so that is who won the gift card. So now we're going to go on. I'm going to write this down. I'm going to write myself a note. Whoop. And Joanne Conroy. Congratulations, Joanne. And then now we're going to go and do the 2 buttermilk basin patterns. So let's see what those are. And now I'm going to type in buttermilk basin. And let's see how many people wanted the buttermilk basin patterns. She makes such sweet patterns. They just kind of make you smile. And even for beginning wool applique people, it's a piece of cake. It really is. And it's so relaxing. It's so relaxing. 547. Okay. So here we go. Amy Leach is the winner of the first one. And she said, hello, and I would love to shop online with the Stitching Post. Last fall, my boyfriend treated me to a quilting tour of Oregon. Oh, that looks like so fun. I've always wanted to try a buttermilk basin pattern, new to wool applique. Oh, you are going to love this, Amy. Okay, let's do another one. For that second pattern, here we go. Winner, Jean Mansfield. Oh, she has made masks from the fabric patch pattern, and they fit so much better. She loves shopping at the Stitching Post, and she would love to make another buttermilk basin design. So, oh, and she's overseas. Well, I have no problems shipping overseas. I have no problems. It just means I go to the post office to do it. So no sweat, Jean. I am sending it to you. You just need to, all 3 of you need to send me your mailing address. I mean, eventually we have to just start moving forward. So Jean, you got a buttermilk basin pattern coming. So do you, Amy. And Joanne, if you don't contact me, I'm going shopping. Well, thank you so much for surviving this. You can't call it a bed turning, UFO turning, UFO turning, and I might organize it differently so it gets me going on what needs binding, what needs quilting, what's just about done, and just come on, Anna, you can do it, right? Well, thanks for hanging out, thanks for listening to me, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching.
And be sure to like and subscribe on Quilt Roadies.